My microphone was muted. I am a fool. Sorry, I'm just getting some last things set up. It is my first time. Oh, I had to update that. It is my first time multi-streaming to YouTube, so I had to quickly get that set up. But yeah, I'm streaming out to YouTube as well. Yippee! Close that. Okay, I've got that open and muted on the other side so I can moderate a YouTube chat for all 0 people who are going to pop in today. Oh, there is somebody watching. Hello, anonymous watcher, if that isn't me. Nice to meet you. Why isn't... Oh, there we go. Now it's showing up. Yippee! Technical difficulties. So let me test out YouTube chat. Make sure it's showing up in the on-screen chat. Test. Because it should be displaying all of them. Why is that like that? Oh, that's why. Okay, I needed to refresh the browser source. So let me try that again. Test 2. Okay, we're going to delete that. 1 sec. I am save and copy overlay URL. Grab that. Paste. Okay. Why is that not working? Why aren't you working all of a sudden? Sorry, let me close this. I need to make sure StreamerBot's actually connected properly. Okay. It's still not going through properly. Let's go back to just chatting while we figure this out. Yay! Technical difficulties. We love it. What is wrong with you? Chat. Okay, so it's... Let me try sending a message. Test. Okay, so that did show up. So it is connected to the correct chat. But for some reason... Overlay. Copy. Minimize. Right, chat box. Okay. Beans, you mind sending that message again? Oh! Hey, looky there. So the message that I sent to YouTube went through on the screen. So let's... Hippity hoppity. This stream isn't set up properly. All right, now YouTube chat is coming through. What about Twitch chat? Twitch. Chat? I've got chat. Why does it have just YouTube chat? It's stream chat as well. Double test. Send that to everybody. That only went to... And why is Twitch not showing up all of a sudden? It's still connecting to the chat client for some reason. Disconnect. Connect. Okay, let me try logging out and logging back in. No, I shouldn't be able to log out while I'm live streaming, should I? Am I still live streaming on Twitch? It should still be live. Okay, I am still live. Good. So, sorry, I'm using a new bot. So this is just confusing as all get out. No, it's the bot is logged out. So the bot lost connection. I didn't launch the stream through the bot. So what's still, why are you not? Well, alerts and all that should still work, but I guess just chats aren't going to show up on the screen for right now. That's really annoying, actually. Cool. So the next ad starts in 20 minutes. So we got that to know about. But why it say you got 0 viewers like I'm not here? That's just the website. That's it. It just takes time for it to refresh. Like I'm currently displaying 3 viewers, so don't worry about it. Beans, didn't you know it's rude to mention viewer counts in a streamer's chat? Nah, don't worry about it. I'm just giving you shit. Okay. So this bot is fun. It was working perfectly with Twitch and YouTube chat previously, but it has decided to be a pain in the butt. Sorry, I'm setting up my next drink. I don't have tits up right now. Give it a minute, Ruckus. Go ahead and refund that to yourself since you're a mod. I have the game up and ready to go, so at least the game's not fucked. Just in case anybody had somehow missed the various different things I'd put out there. We are playing MineMogul today. It is an early access mine simulator, essentially. So it's a really fun little game. Hey, look, now y'all can see my tits. There we go. My tits have been hidden again. Partially connected. How to reconnect to the throwing system? Why is the throwing system not connected? There's the big bump. Ow. Good on ya. Yeah, 1 second. I'm going to troubleshoot this chat thing. Okay, that's enough. You're abusing your power now. Stream bot not connecting to Twitch chat client. Oh, cool. I'm gonna really quick start the bot over again. That should hopefully reestablish its connection to everything. I don't know why it does that when I mark them as complete. Oh, when you're pressing the complete button, it's just rerunning them. Okay, put something in the chat. There we go. All right, Twitch chat's working again. And just to verify that that didn't break YouTube chat somehow. Yep, there's num. By the way, look, I made the chat readable too. I'm so good at this. Look at that. We have YouTube and Twitch chat on the same screen. I'm so big brain. So proud of myself. All right. Let's get to why we're all actually here, though. We're all actually here for the mine moguling. And we all know that. Artemis cams right now, too. Yeah, they are live on Twitch. Big shout out to Artemis. That's scientific achievement right there. Let's go. Let's go. Wait, how behind is the YouTube stream? How far behind am I on the YouTube stream? My goodness. I was scrolled all the way back for some reason. All right, there we go. So, what are we doing today in MineMogul? Here's what we're doing. I'm tearing down everything. I'm rebuilding from the base up. Because this is what I do. There is an inefficiency, and I must fix it. And And the best way for me to fix it is to tear apart my current assembly and redo the whole thing. We're going back into the cave adventure. Wow, has it really been a week? I haven't played since last Monday? That's insane. All right, well, let's do it. We Moguling in the mines. So first things first, we turn off all auto miners. We let all this BS finish processing. Except for this. This emerald is going to get sold. Parade of resources should be ending soon. By the way, Caboose, I figured out is Caboose here? You should be. But anyway, if you're here, whatever. If you're not, whatever. You can see this on the VOD. There is an interesting way I've found to break iron clusters that has nothing to do with properly breaking my iron clusters when the big miner mines them. You don't need the cluster breaker at all, in fact. Of course. Bunch of random ore nuggets. Sorry. Cleaning up a little bit up here. But as you can see, I've got my big auto miner here. And all it does is feed this over here. Dump the ore into here. And then, as it falls down the chute, it breaks. Because these ore clusters are incredibly fragile, apparently, so they break if we fall from too high a height. Some cleanup while I'm up here. Don't need all these fucking loads lying around. Right. Up, up. There we go. Cool. So, it is time. It is time for the great rebuilding. So, I've got this unholy creation over here, which, as you can see, has gotten incredibly clumped. It's not inefficient per se, but it is not as efficient as it could be. We are going to fix that. Okay, so we're going to make some iron gears. Cool, because I stopped all of my coal production. But I'm going to drink some alcohol while we wait for that iron to arrive. So, please be advised, I am over the age of 21. I am legal age to drink and consume alcohol in the United States, which is where I live. If you are under the age of majority within the country that you live in, do not consume alcohol, especially not on camera. Quite tasty. I love how expressive my model can be when I don't want it to be. Alrighty. So, we are going to do some bar napkin engineering here. I'm going to clear up the majority of this BS I've got built here, because the way this works is not the way I want it to work. I'm about to add another cast furnace for iron. I have all the miners active if it overflows, even making 2 ingots per quart. Oh, you've got the double ingot? Yeah, that's the thing I'm working on next, is the double ingot casting mold. So I need to bring in some ore clusters, clearly. But what I want to do is set up a bunch of cluster mining, because I have 110,000 right now, so as well. So, right. We've got a little bit more iron on the way. This last, like, extinction burst level of iron. But I need to fix my coal output. I need to fix my gem output. I need to fix my ores and all that. Because this is disgusting and I hate this. My whole copper thing fucking sucks and needs to be hooked in with the other copper deposit, which is up there. So I'm going to turn that into a whole other thing. What I did was take a big miner and get 8 of the clusters in case some break them and carry them all back. Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. But before I do that, I'm going to go through the rigorous process of ripping out my entire current existing infrastructure. Pop. Pop, 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 pop. So I'm very unhappy with the way this setup currently works. It is all very slapped together. So basically, I'm stripping it all the way back to the polishers. I also got to fix how the ingots are pathed because they overflow the machines. Which machines are the ingots going into is the question. Right, I'm going to leave the sorters as are, but every machine after the sorters is getting killed. I dislike how unsymmetrical that is. That will bother me. Right, I can drastically increase my... Yeah, everything after that sorter. Boop, boop, boop. Basically everything after that conveyor. Alright. So the central node here is fixed. Also, highly recommend the DevTool Analyzer to help separate the geodes. What do you mean by separating the geodes? By type? Right, so these sorters are incredibly slow. Is my big problem currently. So I'm already sorting this traffic. So I can make this more efficient. Rocks come out the big miner. There's quartz, amethyst, and one other. Oh, there's different types of geodes. I did not know that. Regardless, I've just kind of been funneling all the geodes together anyway. Bop, bop, bop. And we put one of the curvy boys here. Boom. There we go. That's much more efficient than running 2 separate fucking auto miners. These are the big ones. Oh, these are marked ones. Cool. Let's have them over here. Right. So there we go. Now that I have a sorter already hooked into this belt, there's no reason to not run all of the output of this area onto one sorted belt. So this is going to sort out all the iron. Good to know. And then this one sorts out everything else. Alright, let's pick up all the random bullshit that's been missed by the belts to date. And just dump it directly in. We're not caring about what it is. We're just selling it. Yeah, see all these random doodads that never got sold? Inefficiencies that my system allowed through. Can't tell until breaking them open. It'll be a quest later. Sorry if I'm a little bit late checking the chat. I am slightly inebriated. Anyway. Right. Okay. Here we go. So we've got our polishers because we need that extra little boost to our cell value. Let's set this polisher up so it matches the other side because I like symmetry. Boom. Alright. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a casting furnace. Interesting that it doesn't care. So I can make this make ingots, right? And from ingots, we can make... I don't want to go directly to gears, because I don't really need gears anymore. Heyo, what is the event? I got a hydrate from Ruckus. All right, here we go. I don't have any more alcoholic beverages. You're not going to get me any drunker. I'm very specifically controlling my alcohol intake. Thank you. But thank you for the hydrate. Oh, and by the way, huge shout out to YouGet TV. Came into the channel and gave me a Prime sub while I was offline. I know him IRL. Really cool dude. Big Chad energy for coming in here and dropping a Prime. Right, machinery we're working on here. Cluster breaker, yes, we will use the cluster breaker. But we are going to use the rod extruder. So we're going to get ingots on this bit right here. Now there's a machine and a conveyor that we can get specifically for that. If I remember correctly. Do I need to research it? No. It's available directly. Where are you? Conveyor. There's a specific conveyor that orients the ingots. Ingot straightening conveyor. It is currently locked, so where are you hiding? There it is. Yeah, and I'll get that as well, because I'm going to need some verticality here in a moment. All right, so let's get one of those. All right, so this will straighten out any ingots. What's up, Yanadere? How you doing? Long time no see. I'm happy to see you. By the way, the work thing that I asked for a reading on the other day in as a point reward, it still has not been resolved, and I am anxiously awaiting the resolution, whatever that may be. Mentally preparing for a dental appointment? I just had one. I got a filling. I was a grown adult man who had to get a filling, which is, you know, always a fun experience. You're like, I failed as a grown-up. But yeah, I wish you luck in your dental exam tomorrow. Those are always fun. I don't know of anybody who's ever outgrown that, like, oh, the dentist feeling. Like, it just seems to be the default state for that kind of thing. All right, we're gonna overwhelm this rod extruder, I can guarantee. All right, we're going to put another rod extruder on this side for copper, and we're going to get a big mother setup for that. We're going to need another... I'm getting 3 teeth extracted? Oh, I'm so sorry. That sounds horrendous. Are they doing, like, implants to replace them? Oh, I can't move my head too fast. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been extremely lucky to avoid any tooth extractions. I've just had like minor cavities. I'm so sorry you're going through that. That sucks. I hate that about this particular model's face tracking. No, 2 of them are wisdom teeth and need to be out, and 1 is problematic, unfortunately. Well, at least it's not like due to health. Well, wisdom tooth is due to health reasons. Like, I've had all 4 of my wisdom teeth out. One thing you can generally ask for is if you have a problem, ask for both nitrous oxide and anesthesia. Like, I was put entirely under for my wisdom tooth extraction, but they also gave me the nitrous oxide in advance so that I was in a good mood when I went under, because that generally improves outcomes. No, I feel that. I've had a couple drinks, so I could probably not type very well. But no, like, I was extraordinarily lucky that they actually both put me under and gave me nitrous oxide when I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out. So it just went, I got really comfortable and really happy, and they had a nice heated blanket on me, and then I woke up in the lobby in a wheelchair. All right, according to Index Vossbot, we got about 2 seconds before an ad starts. So I'm going to stand nice and still while that goes. For the YouTube group, if anybody's watching at the moment, yeah, there's an ad happening on the Twitch side. You had all 4 wisdom teeth out in one go. I was worried about it, but it went well. They knocked me out by IV. Yeah, they didn't. I'm trying to recall if they used an IV or not. All I remember was inhaling gas. I don't remember ever actually going unconscious. But I do remember doing the whole count backwards from 10, and I think I remember up to like 7, and then I went unconscious. I also very distinctly remember the person that I had asked to drive me to my appointment, because they had very explicitly told me, hey, you are going to be under the influence of very heavy sedatives, so you cannot drive home. 1 second. I don't know if it's minutes or seconds. Oh, it's minutes. Yeah, it counts down in minutes. So in 1 minute, the ad will start. But you're going to be under the effect of very heavy sedatives. You cannot drive. Not in any way, shape, or form. There is no world in which it makes any sense for you to try and drive. They had me pick somebody, and I very distinctly remember this guy. For context, he was a native to the island of Hawaii. So he'd never driven in the continental U.S., like, prior to being at where we both were. So he was unfamiliar with speed limits above 45. So the speed limit of 75 had him going insano style. He was driving like 90 down the interstate. It was crazy. With gas for a different procedure, they had me say the alphabet, and I got to M. The IV, they said count to 10, and I got to 3. Count to 10 or count down from 10? Because I had to count down from 10. So I started at 10 and went down. So it took roughly the same amount of time, because I went 10, 9, 8, 7. And then I woke up in the lobby. And you went 1, 2, 3. Oh, Ruckus. Because I know a little bit about your IRL life, all I'm going to ask is, did you get to the gas chamber? You got a milkshake after? You lucky motherfucker. I got back to my room and had a yogurt. So I'm not going to elucidate what I mean by the gas chamber for anybody. But those who know, know. But hey, keep it $100. Keep it a buck for my buddy here. We're not going to go into that. But when I went to the gas chamber, I had almost no reaction. I actually had to kind of fake it so we could get out of there faster. Because they said they're not leaving until everyone has a reaction. So I hammed it the fuck up. Because I wasn't about to let my boys suffer for no reason. Did you get, like, maced or something? All right, I think this is like peak efficiency setup for the coal to gem pipeline. Oh no, because that won't. Yeah, I forget that it like physically like models them. So this is like peak efficiency setup here, because no coal should get through this, and it gives me space to run the copper line over here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna run the coal up here. Sorry, I'm also listening to several of my friends in the chat on my other monitor. Oh, sorry. I got coded in OC multiple times and have been tear gassed. Well, I am sorry you experienced that. That sounds incredibly unfortunate. And I hope you never have to experience that again. Sorry. I don't even remember what I was going to talk about, so I'm just going to jump scare this person. There we go. They've been jump scared. All right, there we go. Oh, nope. Wrong spot. There we go. And we will put that so that... No, nope. There we go. Cool. And then we will put coal in there so the coal gets shunted out. Good. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Do I have coal nugget? I don't have coal nugget. I need coal nugget is what I need. Hey, what's up, Kemi? How you doing? Oh, I was bonked and I wasn't even paying attention. My bad, Oh, posture check. All right, posture check. I was shrimping. Thank you for calling me out on it. I've got the notorious gamer posture. I really do. You redeemed the LOL. How dare you? I should ban you for this. Oh! Oh, by the way! Oh, Thuri, if you can hear me right now, I've got VIP slots right now, so I've added you to my VIP. Oh, telling me to shut up is so rude. So mean. I love the bonk emotes. Because every streamer seems to have a different bonk emote. Like, Emote Labs has a default bonk emote. And it is so good. And I love it. But there's so many different variants. They're all uniquely, hilariously good. I love bonk. It is like one of my favorites. Holy shit. I should probably be much more sober when I'm doing streaming. This is a first for me. I've never tried streaming intoxicated before, so if it becomes incredibly obvious, just let me know and I'll try to do my best to make it less so. Okay? I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I got a bunch of new emotes commissioned. I haven't messed with Emote Lab yet, though I should. So it was surprisingly easy. So I do have a unique benefit to using Emote Lab, Yana, in that this model that I'm using was made by one of the artists behind Emote Lab. So there's just... Generally, my emotes just easily match my model because they added the exact same assets to Emote Lab. I've done a drinking stream, and that was so much fun. Ruckus, you haven't been streaming, you bastard. What do you mean you've done a drinking stream? You can't just drop that on me like that. Yeah, exactly. It's, I gotta get the... You gotta get the... I gotta grab the exact... It's in my Twitch bio. But it's, So their name is really cool in that, like, if you're unfamiliar with the way memory indexing works in computer programming, it was it's literally like a memory address as their name as an artist, which I think is really cool because I'm a little tech nerd and I love that kind of thing. It's like 0x0383 something or other on Ko-Fi. Like, they're great. It's in all of my bios everywhere. They did a phenomenal job making this model. I found out about it through another creator named Midori Bug, who has unfortunately graduated and is on indefinite hiatus. But yeah, they're great. I love them. Back in the day, I did, but all those VODs are gone. That makes much more sense. Trying to hide your sordid past. I understand. I will respect your former life, and I will not I will not at all reference it from here on out, the fact that you have a past life. Because that is integral to the overall VTuber landscape. The idea that if you fix your behavior, you can just come back as a new person with no problems. No, they just got taken down due to age and account inactivity. Oh, like age of the VODs. For a second there, I thought you meant like legal age and they got flagged for content. And I'm like, no, please tell me you weren't underage drinking on stream. But no, you meant like it had been online for too long and they just took it down. That's okay, which is fine. That's fine. All right. What was I doing? I've forgotten where I was. Okay, so I've got the cold line set up. No underage drinking. It's not epic. You're absolutely right about that, Ara. Thank you. It is not epic whatsoever. If you are doing underage drinking, it is in fact cringe. I do not condone that. That's not behavior that I can in any way endorse. Especially since I've made it very public that I... No, you didn't. We're not referencing any sort of illicit behavior here, Ruckus. I am attached to the United States government in a way or form, and thus cannot condone any illegal activity, regardless of whether or not I may have done it myself as a child of only the age of 14. Underage drinking is cringe, and that is my official stance. I will never have any stance other than that. Thank you for the index bunks, Ara. Yeah, honestly, if Moline started streaming, we'd have the whole group streaming right now. That would be kind of honestly hilarious. Oh, speaking of, since people are here, clips? What do you mean clips? We're not clipping anything. We don't clip this stream. This stream is non-clippable. I've turned him off. I haven't, but we should definitely do that. Hey, thank you, Index Fospot, for shouting out the Discord. If anybody hasn't joined yet, you absolutely should. It's a really fun way for us to hang out and to get updates on what's going on. And I would love to see you there. That would be so cool. Like, one of the main reasons I started VTubing was to meet people, so if you could join the Discord, I think that would be really epic. I do love that the model always knows when I'm smiling. It's so cute. The opinions are my personal ones and do not represent the U.S. military or the U.S. government. Exactly the same here. Nothing that I say on this stream is ever intended to be anything other than my personal opinion, nor the opinion of the United States Department of Defense, the Department of the United States government, or any other branch or representative of the government thereof. I ate 2 chicken wings and rice, and now I'm feeling a bit stuffed. I have not eaten dinner. Anarchy! I am so all over the place tonight. So if anybody here isn't following my Twitter or the actual Discord itself, I got robbed this weekend and lost my Steam Deck, which I've had for almost exactly a year. And I'm still so disappointed about that. I have just been all over the place about it. Like, I parked my truck in a parking garage. Yeah, Ara, I know you didn't. I know you did. You made the jokes, but you didn't do it. There's literally no way you could have. But no, like, legitimately, like, it was so random. Like, There were other things in the truck that were not similarly valuable, but would have generally fetched a decent price. And of all the fucking things, they took my damn Steam Deck. I'm so disappointed about that. But at least Steam support did their usual thing, and they were super helpful. Like, oh my goodness. Like, they had an answer to me within, like, 8 hours. They told me that, hey, we can add this to the list of stolen Steam Decks. We'll remove it from your account so that they can't access your stuff. And, like, yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, that's the thing. They can't access my password from the Steam Deck. I'm still going to do it just for safety. But I also have multi-factor authentication on, so... Even if they were to use that to somehow sideload my password into something, I would still be able to turn that off. Yeah, thank you, Yana. It was so nice seeing you. Thank you for stopping by. It's always fun seeing you in my streams. Right, what was I doing? I had to pick something up. I'm getting distracted too easily tonight. Right. Oh, the other update I was meaning to give. I'm planning a 24-hour stream this Friday. Starting this Friday, going into Saturday, naturally. I'm thinking I'm going to probably start it around like 6 p.m. Central Time. Going through to 6 p.m. Central on Saturday. Because we just hit like several big milestones on the channel, and I hit a couple big milestones in my life. What's up, Hikaru? How you doing? I'm just having a good time right now. I'm just chilling. Index, I will be getting a car. Oh, no, Kia Souls, they're not like cool cars, but they're reliable. And that's honestly what you should get for a first car. Absolutely will recommend the Kia Soul for a first car. Actually, let me double check that because I might be mixing it up. So Kia, well, actually, it would also depend on which model year is another thing to remember. And Ruckus, don't bring your import. I'm gonna get it in Shrek Green. Right, let's get a quick review of the Kia Soul's reliability. Yeah, no, as far as like subcompact SUVs go, they're great. For long-term... Hey, no, you don't get to be the car guy because you are clearly biased towards Americans versus imports, and the Kia is a Korean import. Like, you're just generally gonna dish on most imports. Yes, you are, Ruckus. Don't lie to me. Kia Go KYA? I don't know that one. As far as like it, so apparently that class is a subcompact SUV instead of a hatchback, which I absolutely would have classed it as. Like, it looks like a hatchback, but apparently they're on an SUV frame. Just in case you're unaware, an SUV frame is a light truck frame, but with a fully enclosed bed area that's usually got an additional row of seating. Oh, Kia! Okay, you mean like the onomatopoeia of a guy yelling Kia. Okay, I got you. I understand this now. I don't know why my... Like, I'm trying to watch my stream on YouTube because it's my first time streaming on YouTube and making sure everything's good. And every time I tab back into it, it's like 20 minutes behind for some reason. Like, I'm not even live on my own stream right now. Like, Kia is not that popular around here. Kia isn't really that popular anywhere outside of, like, Korea, I feel. But it is, like, a decent-ish brand. It's not like Toyota, where they're, like, famous for reliability, but it's not like Ford famous for falling apart. Like, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. I just want a cute car, SMH. Yeah, that's fair. Fuck it. Yeah, like, if you like it, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, enjoy your cute tiny car. Here's my personal take, and I'm going to get some ish from... See, I also have a Toyota Beans, famous for reliability. I've got the 17 Tacoma, and that thing is phenomenal. Like, I have put a good 50K miles on that thing, and I've had 0 issues so far, including multiple cross-country moves hauling U-Hauls. And that's in the SR5, which isn't even the truck. It's the racing truck. If you want a really good and reliable compact, look into Mini Coopers. Honestly, yes, Mini Coopers are really good. You do get the... you kind of get screwed on replacement parts there. I mean, it's not so bad as like a fucking Jetta, but it's still not going to be the easiest to find replacements. Or not easy. It's not going to be the cheapest to find replacements. Because I looked at those actually. Yeah, like every time I've looked into replacing parts on a Mini Cooper, it's what's put me off of it. Thought reliable was the Honda Civic, but they expensive. So the Civic is reliable in that there are a trillion of them on the road, and you will always be able to find replacement parts in every junkyard. Toyotas are amazing, but the trucks and SUVs are usually near the bottom in class for mile per gallon. Bro, I've got a 2017, and I'm getting, I think, like 30-ish miles per gallon. I just drove, like, 6 hours pulling a trailer, and I gassed up once. Like, I was getting it was like a 600 and some mile trip, and it required me to spend $44 in gas at today's gas prices. Like, it might not be as good as a Chevy from a similar model year, but at the same time, the loss is so entirely nah. Oh, at least I'm not longer looking at a Beetle. So here's the thing, though, Ara. If you were looking at a Beetle, say, like, 20 years ago, in, like, the early 2000s, or maybe the 90s, that would have been a really smart economy car. That's what the Beetle was meant to be. You can buy a 3K Civic from the 90s and have it over 200,000 miles and it'll still run like a champ. Yeah, you absolutely can. But here's the problem, Ruckus. You can also buy a fucking 3K Civic from the 90s that has over 20,000 or 200,000 miles, and it might run like a fucking turd because it entirely depends on how well it was treated by the previous owner. Sorry, I am fucking gabbing today. I love it, but oh my goodness. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and I'm trying to respond to everybody. Right. Sorry. I need to get this a walled conveyor, and I don't have the research points for walled conveyors at the moment. So let's turn up the quests. And your Tacoma is a special case because 99% of them are the best low 20s. I think it all entirely depends on how well they're maintained. Because you know how big an impact that can have in long-term, like, performance for, like, gas mileage. And I, you know... bragging a little bit here. I've maintained mine pretty well. A Hyundai HB20. I've never owned a Hyundai, so I can't speak to them. I have literally no exposure to them whatsoever. I can't speak to them as a brand. I'm gonna have to make some gold plates. Sorry, as I lock the in on this. Right, and I need a plate maker. You're gonna spit the plates out here. Sorry, I'm locking the fuck in right now. I am so extraordinarily locked in on my efficiency gains. Sorry, let me look back. Y'all, I'm not getting a fucking Civic. It isn't cute. I like my clown cars. Anything Honda is a good buy. It's so hard to kill them. Luxury car around here, too. Get a diesel Volkswagen, great mileage and long lasting. My father would kill me. So here's the problem with the diesel Volkswagen at the moment, Caboose. And sorry, Ruckus. I keep looking at that fucking mod icon. The problem with a diesel Volkswagen right now is the price of fucking diesel. Like, can you imagine paying $7 a fucking gallon to gas up a diesel? Oh, Speaking of, I am apparently getting a stroke of good fortune. My father is moving and has decided he no longer wants his Harley Davidson. So I will be getting a new Harley. Tanks aren't that big, but last forever. Diesel here is 5. It depends. That's still a lot per gallon. Like, let's be honest. 5 a gallon is insane. Like, that is far outside the range of most people here. But yeah, I'm getting a 2003 Dyna Wide Glide Anniversary Edition, and I am very excited. It is very cool and very cool indeed. We're turning the gold back on because I need polished gold plates built. But I'm so glad that the car talk. Ow! I'm so glad that the car talk has been like generally getting people's opinions out, because I have a really hot take regarding cars. Cars nowadays are not too hard to maintain. Y'all just haven't taken the time to learn how to properly maintain cars containing computers. Absolutely. Okay, I'm glad that Ruckus agrees. Like, yeah, the engine bay is much more compact, but that's because of all the fucking cool shit that they've crammed into them. Your YouTube is far behind Twitch. Yeah, I know. Well, actually, so Caboose is in the YouTube. Your YouTube is far behind the Twitch. Check then, make sure that it's actually live, because that's one thing I have a problem with. Because I'm looking at my Twitch and I'm looking at my YouTube, and they're actually really close together. But it's really hard to stay live on YouTube. Also, congratulations, you are apparently, Caboose, my top fan. According to YouTube. I don't want a pewter car, but I agree. Honestly, nowadays you have you have so many options out there, and they're all pewter cars. Like, you have no real option there. I'm also going to need one of these. Now, yeah, you can get non-computer containing cars, but you're definitely explicitly going to have to find a car that's, like, old to do that. I hate the amount of electronics, but general maintenance is passed over because people don't learn how to do it themselves and don't want to pay mechanics. Or they think oil is all they have to do. Yeah, absolutely. Like, cabin filters and air filters are just as important, and they're really important for that gas mileage you mentioned earlier. Because if you have an unclean air filter, it's not getting as much oxygen into your fuel-air mixture, meaning that you are burning more fuel, and it is less efficient. Maintain your filters. And yeah, the mechanic might charge you extra money to do it. You can do it yourself. Coolant, transmission fluid, transfer cases. Yeah, there's a bunch of fun things that you can do by yourself that are cheaper to do in your driveway than it is to have done professionally by a mechanic. Like, there's so many things that you, like general maintenance you can do that are so easy. Like, if you just crack open like a maintenance manual, you can get done easily. I'll make my boyfriend do it. He knows how not to burn himself in the hood. Honestly, if your car has been sitting for more than like 2 or 3 hours, you're likely not going to burn yourself. There's almost nothing in there that should still be hot at that point. So, yeah. Sorry, I am re-efficienting my fucking line here. We're dumping so much coal on the ground because I hate coal and it's stinky. Yes, but consider I get to look at his butt. Okay, fair. Fair consideration, Aura. I have no counter argument to that. I have yet to meet a person whose butt I want to stare at that passionately. Well, no, I can't say I have yet to meet someone. I am straight. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, Ara. Yeah, you're the king of fucking homophobia. I keep forgetting. Arlot's homophobic king. Let's go. Everybody, we love Arlot's for being a homophobic king. Alright, and then we come out of here, and we do this. We do this ungodly hatred of the good and pure to come around over here. I kiss men and hate on them. Yes, exactly. The strongest of homophobics have to be gay. I don't know if you know this. My sister's car had wiper blades where the actual blade was gone because she would use them while trying to melt the ice on her windshield. I had to explain them why that's bad, what to do instead, and then how to replace them. Yeah, so, like, if you've got ice melts, like, washer fluid, I can understand, but you have to let that, like, do some work first. You can't let it just randomly try and tough its way through the architecture. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, man. 100%. I've had similar experience. Both as the person trying to melt ice on their windshield, and as the person trying to tell people why that's a bad idea. I didn't have a scraper. I was so disappointed. So, for reference, I grew up in a very cold state that had ice. Let me get the Shrek Kia. It's kind of funny looking. Well, there you go. As long as you like it, that's all that matters. All right. It's your car at the end of the day. And don't let anyone tell you that you got the wrong car. As long as you enjoy your vehicle, that's all that matters. All right, here we go. Gold production is ramping back up. And now that we've got this big old muff dumping ingots. Oh, shit. I got money to make. Let's go dump these in the bin. So much random garbage just lying around that I never turned in. Like, that was a full-on diamond just sitting on the floor that I hadn't turned in yet. The best thing to do, imagine I'm gonna get the Shrek Kia. It's kind of fun looking. Yes. Sorry, I'm just rereading that now. Best thing to do is if there's going to be ice or snow, lift your wipers off the windshield so they aren't getting frozen in the glass. Yeah, because the plastic, or not the plastic, the rubber in the windshield will absolutely bond to the glass if it freezes. Creates a whole big problem. You just don't want it. You just generally don't want it. Avoid that trouble if you can. It's just easier in all aspects if you do. Get rid of this whole disgusting mess. Wow. Right. There are the ingots. There are the ingots coming now. We love that. We love that so much. You should totally pour hot water to melt the ice. Absolutely do not do that. You will crack your windshield immediately. The temperature causes it to expand and your windshield will fucking explode. We have a garage. I might ask my dad to move his big van so I can use it when I get my Shrek Kia. Shh, bad index. No, I'm not letting you make my viewers explode their fucking windshields. My viewers are cool and based, and they view my streams. And if they blow their windshields, they won't have money to spend on me. They're streamer. And as we all know, being able to spend money on me, the streamer, is the most important thing. Just fuck your well-being. I'm a streamer, which means I have to automatically be a sociopath. If anyone was unaware, I am kidding. They don't spend money on you, though? Hey, rude. Rude. My community does not need to spend money on me. I was making a joke. Do not ever feel compelled to spend money on me. I do this shit for the love of the game. And I am legitimately loving this game. Gold plates going in, baby. We're gonna get those research tickets. And I will have you know that someone did spend money on me. You silly bitch. I'm playing Mario Kart BRB. Enjoy the Mario Kart. Yeah, do you not remember me saying that you gave me a Prime sub? Somebody has spent money. That's $5 whole. Wait, so what are we streaming tomorrow? Tomorrow is Tuesday, and I put on the schedule that tomorrow would be Shrek Kia. Thank you, Ara, for sending me the picture of the Shrek Kia. It looks adorable. On the schedule, I said Alchemy Factory. Oh no! In stream title in the stream announcement was test stuff. Ignore stream. Let me fix that. Things. Please don't ignore. That's the old title. Alright, anyway, in the Discord, my schedule says Alchemy Factory, so that's what we're going to be playing tomorrow. Now, Ruckus, it sounds like either you or Caboose is going to be joining me tomorrow at some point, if either of you are available. I love this game. I play with my mods. Who can join me in the game today? Oh, and Ruckus, I'm going to ask you the question that every pre-debut, pre-live streamer loves to hear. When are you going live? When are you streaming? When are you going to start? I want to collab with you. I want to collab with your VTuber. I told you I don't know. Yeah, I know. And I'm going to keep bothering you about it. And you're going to keep having the same answer. And it's just going to be entertaining to me no matter what. Yes, make your angry faces. It changes nothing. It changes nothing, little boy. See, you get to cheese me in this. You ignoring Kabitch? Did Kabitch send me something? Or... Oh, your YouTube is far. What about Yugit? What about you? Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to figure something out about that. We might do Chronicle, or Voyages of Nira, not Chronicles of Nira. Depending on how things play out. We're just going to kind of play it by ear. I just put on the schedule that I was going to do Alchemy Factory because I had just bought Alchemy Factory. And it felt like a waste to not have it on the schedule. Start depositing the gold plates at this point, I guess. I guess we making plates now. Pop. Alright. So while I set up the rest of this, we will work on it. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem. You're right, I didn't buy it. Caboose bought it for me. But here's the problem that I have. When I'm looking at OBS, you rage quitted. I'm sorry that you got raged out. But my problem with this new combined streaming platform is that when I look at chat in Twitch, which I've been conditioned to do, I only see certain people. I see you making the smiley face there, Caboose. Thank you again for buying me the game. It was very nice of you. But that's all the shouting out you're going to get for that. Anyway. Again, I've been conditioned to look at the Twitch chat more often than I have been on YouTube. Good game, good friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. You are indeed a good friend. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate our shared history here. It has been quite enjoyable, and I hope that we continue to have plenty of opportunities to play together. Sappy moment over. I stole the ammo. Gotta get that back in there. Oh, and I stole the... Back in there. Good. Let's dump this shit in here. I rage quit. That was fast. I'm gonna sneeze on Caboose. You should sneeze on Caboose. He deserves to be sneezed on. He's a stinky bitch. But he's nice and he buys me games on occasion. Those rocks look yummy? I know they do, but unfortunately there's no food system in this game, so I can't eat them. Trust me, I wish I could. Right, what was I doing? Okay, so I've got gold set up. This is iron and coal. And this feeds to the big iron and coal system. So, I have a little bit of coal getting fed into the machine over here, and honestly, that's enough. So, coal drops out of here. It's going to go over here and feed in direct. This is going to be a lot of coal, but this is for the production of steel, so it doesn't matter how much coal I use. So, this one comes out like this. There. Kicks out there. Ba, 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 ba. I want pizza. I all of a sudden really want pizza. Alcohol really does make you want pizza. That's crazy. Oh, I forgot to crush it. Twitch support kind of screwed me over. Oh, how did Twitch support screw you over, Ara? I contacted them about the whole phone number issue. Yeah. Was preventing you from authenticating. In case anyone was unaware. And they essentially just told you to get screwed? And they said they couldn't help me unless I'm logged into the other account, which I told them in the case. I lost the email. Oh, that sucks. There we go. I see email, so I can't log in even if I can. That sucks. I need the email which Google oh so graciously has locked, I'm assuming. Yep. But hey, on the upside, Ara, you can join the Index Files Discord. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. The message came across at exactly that moment. It was too perfect. Oh yeah, there's an official community name for everybody in my community now. I know you're already in there, but I had to shield from my Discord because there's like 13 people in there. But what I was saying was archivists. That's the name we're going with. Maybe archivists. I'm archivist you. I dare you to try. I've got the tightest butthole this side of the Mississippi. I'm gonna munch on that coal. It looks real tasty, doesn't it? You know what I blame for coal looking so tasty? I blame those, like, Christmas candies. The gum. The coal gum, that's what it was. It was meant to look like a little Christmas satchel from, like, Santa. And it was all coal themed, and I honestly think that that's a big reason I think coal is edible. It's not. Don't believe the lies of big coal. It's not edible. Wait. That's wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna start driving lessons tomorrow. Oh, hell yeah. Driving lessons. Let's go. You're gonna do great. Honestly, it's just like that convo we had earlier. Don't be dumb and you'll be fine. Like, the only thing that's scary about driving is other people being dumb. And as long as you're not being dumb, you're already ahead. I forgot about this thing. There we go. See, my little plan is working. Oh no. Yeah, these aren't ingots. They can't go in there. I forgot to put the ingot blanks in there. I'm an idiot. How much signal do I do? Damn, I'm on a 17 streak right now. Lock the in. How much signal do I need to cut 8 lanes? You already know the answer to that question, Ara. It's no signal at all. Good luck, everybody else. I can't do that accent. That would be incredibly offensive because I am not Asian. Family Guy's wild for doing that one. There we go. There we go, baby. There we go. Production is golden. I'm so fucking good at this game. I am amazing at MineMogul. I am MineMoguling. I am MineMoguling my damn mind out. Look at how fucking efficient this shit is. I'm feeding so many rods in there. I'm rotting. I'm rotting so hard. MineMogul. Yeah, that's true. I am MineMogul. I'm a maneugler. Sorry, I've got to jump scare somebody really quick. If he's listening to the stream, he will know that the jump scare is coming. But I don't think he is listening to the stream, so he's about to get jump scared. Yep, there it is. Let's go. Anyway, we are mind-boggling. We're mind-boggling. Been boggling. Hey guys, just so you know, because I just looked over that direction, there's an ad starting in 12 minutes, just so everyone's aware. I finally figured out how to turn on the, like, ad thing where it tells me how long it is until the next ad, so I can warn you guys in advance. Alright, okay, so the gold is producing. Let's go. We are depositing the gold plates. Let's go. That's fine. I'll use you as a bridge to get back to the main construction center over here. I'm back, needed to insult Thury. Don't worry, I was also over in Thury's chat, 6-7ing at him in chat. Bits. Also, if anyone is unfamiliar with who I'm talking about when I talk about Thury, I'm mentioning Thurver Chineris VT. They're one of the coolest they-thems I've ever met. That's their Twitch link right there. They are currently streaming Fields of Mystria, if you haven't seen. They're super awesome. Go check them out. They go by either they, them, or he, him pronouns. They prefer they, them. For a quick little overview, they are a combination angel/demon VTuber. Some really cool lore that has had so much thought put into it. It is so awesome. Definitely go give them a look. Alright, cool. So, here's the big thing. Shove index into the EPC. EPC? The EPC? What you mean by EPC? Am I going into a VM? Is that what you mean? I don't want to go into a VM. Please don't send me into a VM. I don't want to be in a fucking Docker container. Please. Please. I await the photograph. I now have 2 Discord notifications. I should probably check those. Also, I should probably check what's up in YouTube chat. Doesn't see anything in the last 3 messages. Okay, doesn't see anything there either. Let's go. Let me check my Discord for the message from the Ara. Oh, I'm an idiot and I forgot to do this. When did I go live? I went live like an hour and a half ago. There we go. I fixed my oopid. I did a oopid. Sorry, I have OBS down. I was looking all over like what happened in the chat. Double bunk index and give Moline pats. You should always give Moline pats. Moline is phenomenal. But why double bunk index? Don't think your little kitty face is enough to get away with that. You are going to jail for your crimes. No, 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 no. Jail. Jail for you. There is no escape. If this goes out the wrong direction, I'm gonna have to chuck this. Why not the wrong direction? There we go. I am the biggest of brain. Look at my big brain and weep. Weep, for you shall never achieve brain so foldy and wrinkly as this. So I was just told, if a skunk doesn't stink, why must we call them a skunk? If smell like strawberry, why call skunk? Now it's called fragrant instead. Because skunk taxonomical name have nothing to do with smell. Ooh, I know there's not many people here right now, but quick question for everybody who is, what do we think about an on-stream D&D game? Like a campaign. Here be calling Pookie because Pookie dared shove face on the internet. Yeah, call Pookie. Fix that shit. Beat Pookie into submission cutely. Tell Pookie to fix that. Getting rid of my nicotine so that I could put in my next nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. It's not considered by anyone under the age of 21 in the United States. Don't do it. Love that every time. Alrighty. I've got some aspects of my build fixed. Got a random variable here for no reason. right. Pookie has to drive? What do you mean Pookie has to drive? Where's Pookie driving to? Actually, don't answer that. That's a really bad question to answer. It is indeed a tragedy. The American dependence on automotive transportation is the true tragedy here. Nah, true tragedy, I can't yap on the phone. I mean, if Pookie can't drive and talk on the phone, Pookie kind of suffering from a skill issue, in my opinion. Okay, 2 minutes to ad, just so everyone's aware. 2 minutes to an ad. By the way, how easy is that text in the chat box to read? Because I have a little bit of trouble, but I have bad eyesight. So I'm not sure. Pookie is on highway. Pookie doesn't have a new enough car to have hands-free automobile calling, huh? Not judging Pookie for that. Cars are expensive as fuck, and I understand that. But still, the tech isn't exactly new. They even sell USB, or not USB, they even sell things you can plug into tape decks to have them channel out voice call. Aux cord only. That sucks. That does suck. 1 minute to add. I only get 30% of ad revenue, but I'm still running them. Because I needs money. Ow. I needs money. Ow. Stop chucking shit at me. Ow. Stop it. Why are you so mean? Why are you being so mean to me? Unconscionable levels of mean right here. Why are y'all so mean? Like, there's Foxboy Index right there. You couldn't save up for Foxboy? I barely ever get to use that toggle. Mega Chuck, though? Yeah. I might have to make it more expensive than Foxboy to encourage more people to use the Foxboy, because I set up that whole thing. Easy fix, just redeem it yourself. I could just redeem it myself, but that's cheating. That's not interaction from viewer. Oh my god, it did it automatically. It actually did it automatically. I can't believe I didn't actually. How did it do it automatically? I don't recall setting it up to do it automatically. But the fact that it did is pretty cool. I like that. See, I did go through a lot of effort to set up Foxboy Index, not gonna lie. So I'm pretty happy to see Foxboy Index. Yippee! And look at the ears. Look at them go bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. It's so perfect. Everybody getting bonked. Yippee! Although, Ruckus, I have to ask, how in the hell did you have 6,500 channel points saved up? I have like nothing worth more than that 5K Foxboy. Oh no, I do have changed the... Were you trying to change the game on me? Is that what you were trying to do? That's what you were trying to do, wasn't it? I see through you. I see through you, Ruckus. I see your soul. And I find it wanting. Pick one fox. Apple juice or orange juice? Orange juice. I picked that for a very particular reason that's kind of personal. So I was deprived of orange juice for an incredibly long time due to a person in my life who was allergic to oranges. So I never got to have them. And that person ended up hurting me in a very particular way. So I like to keep orange juice on hand so I can put it in a spray bottle. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But that would be funny. Yeah. Trauma dumping at Foxboy. Let's go. Oh no! I'm gonna have to commission someone because I'm still the 2.0 is still in progress. I'm gonna have to commission the 2.0 to have a Foxboy tablet. I like both. I'm more Appy Juice. Absolutely fair. Apple juice is a solid pick. You just can't. You gotta make sure not to drink too much apple juice because it can cause certain problems if you drink too much of it. Here we go. So this will turn stuff into gems, which will get me passive income. As we can see, we've already got a couple of diamonds and a couple of rubies. I'm actually allergic to apples, so I can only have a little. I'm more of a monster person. Yeah, we've discussed that, Ruckus. You need to cut down on your monster. Like, yeah, not all the way. Don't cut it out entirely. I'm not one of those people who would tell anybody to completely cut something out of their diet. Because that shit doesn't work. It doesn't make your diet any better. It actually just makes you sad, which builds up stress, which causes you to stress eat. Generally, cutting shit entirely wholesale out of your diet is ineffective and will only cause you to fall back into less healthy habits. So don't do it. Like, R, you have a reasonable reason to cut apple juice out of your diet to a certain degree because you're allergic. Good. They dropped a new flavor in Feb and it's super good. Yeah, there you go. This feels like it's funneling more to this side than the other side. I don't like that. Bad apple juice or apple monster is peak, and apple juice most of the time is like too watered down to affect me. Well, that's good. At least it's too watered down to have any long-term effect. Voodoo grape, you can taste the grape juice. Bad apple is good. I've never had bad apple. I don't generally drink Monster. It's not my energy drink of choice. The mango is your favorite. Yeah, look at all my iron ingots. I'm turning out so many iron ingots. Yes, my iron ingot children. Fruit punchline, whatever, is my favorite to steal from Pookie. Yeah, the tropical one. The tropical fruit punch is really good. That was one of the fruit punch ones that I had. Yeah. I'm making so many fucking rods. Let's go. Pipeline is the pink can and a part of the Monster Juice. Monster Tumbling tastes bad, though. I have a thing. I drank way too much Monster as a kid, so most Monster just tastes bad to me. I'm actually overproducing iron. Let's go. I've grown to hate the original. Yeah, no, exactly the same. I drank way too much, like, original Monster, and now I can't stand the fucking shit. Like, that Monster flavor is just too much for me. Oh, I'm kicking up both iron and steel ingots. I actually don't mind that. I drank 2 cases of White Monster in a month and had to take a break from it. Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely overdrink it. I do need to make some iron plates too. Turning off all the conveyor, all of the auto miners for a minute to sort this shit out. Because now I'm getting too little coal into this particular pipeline, so I need to turn on the coal booster. My in my disability education, we're teaching giving a 12-year-old Monster because his hyperfixation was Monster, which in my opinion they probably should have like encouraged him to get a new one. Fair. My record was 2 of the big cans of Monster in a day and had pre-workout after work on the way to the gym. I actually had a very similar experience to that, Ruckus, where I had just way too much caffeine, and I had a panic attack that lasted for about 2 hours because of that. So, yeah, I don't think I can do that. Oh, and Foxboy Index is done. I didn't set up a time for that to actually stop, so... Or it was when I crack open a Venom, take a sip and pour in a 5-hour energy, then 6 hours later do it again. Yeah, that's a problem, dude. Yeah, don't do that. Don't mix your energy drinks with each other. That's a really bad fucking idea. That was prison. You worked in a prison? How I take a G Fuel and I stay up 3 days. Yes, you knew this. I'm clarifying because I was unsure. Ow. Taking a single G Fuel and staying up 3 days is kind of wild. I've never used G Fuel personally. I haven't really heard any reviews on them, honestly. I just don't generally drink the powdered caffeine. That's why I was every other week for op. Okay. So are you just going full-on mask off there, Ruckus? Are you exposing your personality, who you truly are? Because I've been kind of like dancing around it and fucking it up constantly. If you want to go full, you can. I prefer gamer subs to G Fuel. Yeah, I haven't had either of them. But if they want to sponsor me, I'm not above shilling. Well, I am a gooner, so there you go, Ara. There we go. Hey, what's up, Cursed Frog? Thank you for the Dorito. They can sponsor me though. The juice is yummy. Gamer subs wouldn't be hard to get sponsored if your channel grows. Yeah, I'm not too worried about channel growth or sponsors or anything like that. Like, I've set up the sponsorship profile in Twitch, but I'm not expecting anything to come out of that. Like, I think I'm in a good size community right now where I know everybody, and we all just kind of chill. And I think that's pretty cool. I like that. They partnered with a lot of YouTubers. Yeah, that's like their whole brand. Well, not their whole brand, but it's a lot of their brand, let's be honest here. Why am I in jail now, alright? Everyone else is getting bonked and I'm in prison? There we go. Okay. So I need to start making iron plates. I'm overproducing from this particular mabob here. So this mabob is overproducing. She too juicy. She too juicy for her own good. There. Oh, sorry. I have to. Shiloh actually became a partner, then co-owner. Yeah, I know the lore. I've been following the VTuber scene for longer than you think. Ba ba ba, ya da da da, ya da 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 da, ya da da da, ya da da da. We should have Index Co-own a line of blue light glasses with computer chips inside that scream "Shut up, Index" every hour or so. I could make those. Unironically, I could probably make those. Doing them on an industrial scale, I cannot do. Because I do not have industrial manufacturing capabilities. But I could probably... shut up. You shut up. No, you do the shut up. Meanie. Put these back on. Also, I know I said it earlier, but thank you again for the Dorito chip, Cursed Frog. It was nice to see you pop into the chat. I appreciate having you here. Ow. Everyone's so mean to me. There we go. There we go. I love how, like, a while ago I was talking to Caboose, and I was telling Caboose, like, I just yap when I'm playing games, but now I just keep, like, locking the fuck in randomly and not continuing to yap. I'm gonna make a bot in the Discord to randomly join the VC to say shut up, Index, and leave. Well, here's the thing, buddy. Oh, fuck. Actually, you can do that. You have admin. Damn. Okay, well, fuck me, I guess. You can actually do that. What the hell? Why is all this just... Oh. Now, here's what we need to do. We need to do this. We need to fix this goddamn coal net routing here. I'm a genius. Big jump, big jump. Look at that, and that'll spit everything out where it needs to go. Why are gold bars falling? Oh, what the hell? I'm dropping gold bars by accident. Shit. Alright, sorry. Actually, I'll get Caboose to do it. He's better at Discord than me. Crunchy Rock. I wondered how long it'd take you to remember that spot. Shut up! You were not wondering that. You were not wondering that at all. You are a liar. You are a filthy liar. A liar and a cheat and a whore. Okay, that fixes that. Oh no, Moline is angry apparently. There's a better top shoot option than that one? Than this one? Yeah, there's just the general like scoopy one, yeah? Yeah, you're talking about not the top angled shoot. You're talking about the hopper? No, not the hopper. Top shoot. Yeah, I've got top shoot. Do I? Oh, I've got top shoot. I decided to use angled so it looked cool, but it's not working properly, so I guess I'll go fuck myself. You don't even technically need top shoot. Wow. The top rim is flared out. I know. It works like a mini hopper. And then the angled is spitting it out on the correct side there now, so it's getting spat onto the conveyor. Yippee! Okay, we're gonna stick that over there, stick that over there. And because I'm not running the copper. Dang, I didn't know you liked me that much, Russ. Or Ruckus. Sorry, I read that and I saw Rust immediately. Clang, clang, clanging me like that is so rude out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. I leave you in the rain while I rust? No, because I'm inside a hard drive. If you leave me in the rain, then the whole hard drive is just fucked. It's like you didn't even read the 32-page lore doc I sent you. My goodness. Now, because the iron is getting split. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, I'm retarded. I mean, like, actually, but also. I forgot something critical, like an idiot. How did a gold bar fall out here? Smooth brain. Yep, the smoothest, in fact. Thank you. I'm very proud of how smooth it is. Now I'm just selling a whole bunch of iron ingots. Not as big as bread. Such a bad fucking show. I don't know why that meme keeps getting stuck in my head, but it does. And I keep saying it, and I don't know, my brain is stupid. Some fell off the side? Where? Where did some fall off the side? Where? Where? You meant the side of the polisher. I have almost $200,000. A couple ingots isn't gonna change that. I'm so rich. I'm so rich. I'm the richest mine mogul in the land. You cannot stop me, nor can you top me. You wish you were as rich as me. Oh my god, what is happening here? Seriously, what is happening here? Where'd all that random BS come from? Did I tear this apart at some... Oh, it's because the sorter was overlooked. Got it. I do not care. We're not fixing it. You is stinky, lol. Yeah, me is stinky. Me is doing stinky brain all day today. Welcome in, Darkling. It's good to see you. Steel, yeah, let's go. Steel. We love steel production. Now my iron isn't overflowing on either one, which means I could produce even more iron. Just noticed I've been ghosting my job coach. Oops. Job coach. How important are they really, though? Yeah, I knew this was going to be like this. Let's fix it. I knew that was gonna happen. Dude does nothing, Pimos. He applies for me at the same 3 places, and I get an interview applying for myself. Yeah, it sounds about right. Like I'm saying, what does he really do? I mean, props to people who try to help folks get employment, like big ups. But at the same time, yeah, there's only so much you can do in today's work environment to actually like help applicants like, be successful. Like, I'm not dishing on the guy. At this rate, I'm just gonna SSI. Social Security? I don't know. I've never had the opportunity. The only government benefits I've ever been on are SNAP. Or no, WIC. I was never on SNAP. And holy crap, was WIC important to my oldest son's early childhood development. Because, for those unaware, I am a father of 2, and my oldest son was born prematurely. Like, I think 33 weeks. So not insanely prematurely, but fairly premature. And that meant he required a special formula, which was insanely expensive. And if it wasn't for WIC, I would probably be a good, like, $200,000 in debt by this point. Because, holy shit, was one can of that formula, like, $110, and he went through, like, a can a week. See, that's a reasonable accommodation, though. They're not supposed to be able to discriminate against you for that. Unless it's, like, actively standing up type work. But, yeah. They'll always find a way. It's American employment. You know how it is. We know how it is. What? Sorry, I heard something wild. God forbid I need to sit at least 10 minutes so I don't crumble over. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I can understand, going back to what we're talking about, I can understand certain positions requiring the ability to stand, but, like, most work, let's be honest, most work can be done seated. I know my job is mostly seated. See, it's funneling way too much coal off to this side for some reason. I can't be the only one seeing this. Like, look, there's nothing going this way. That's 1 for 4. 1 of 4 went this way. This feels bullshit. I've had instances in the past where I stood up after sitting for too long and the next thing I know I'm on the ground. That's low blood pressure or some other form of anemia or some random bullshit because I'm not a doctor, so I can't, like, fucking diagnose you with anything. You should talk to a proctologist about that. They'll sort you out. Been a long ass time since it happened. Yeah, it happens to me all the time. That still to this day happens all the time. Wow, I missed the entire belt. There we go. Alright, grab that. No, stay away from my bunghole. I'm going to get close to your bunghole. Absolutely, as you should. He needs bunghole probing. Get this man inside of a bunghole probe. Immediately. No, exit only. Not if I have anything to say about it, Ruckus. Uno reverse. Too bad I have the Uno reverse times 4. You're screwed. You're done. You're so done. You're so done. Pookie pokes bunghole as a gag consensually, but I can't do it back or his dog yells at me. I'm sorry, that's too good. See, the thing is, when you say his dog yells at me, I know you mean it, like, barks, but I can't help but picture, like, the dog running up and going, "Hey, no!" Like, fucking howls at me. That's great. I love it. We love a supportive hound. Like, did you not see him poke my... The dog doesn't care. I hate it when this sort of gets overwhelmed. It's always just so annoying. But when I do it, it's a crime. Worst part, I can't even kiss him in front of his dog, or the dog yells at us. He's homophobic. I'm sorry that your partner is a homophobic dog, but that sounds like a you problem. Sounds like you just haven't trained the dog properly to not be homophobic. After all, you are the lord of homophobia, so perhaps the dog learned from watching you. You ever consider that? You ever consider the example you're setting? Yeah. Yeah, I'm turning it all around. We're getting real deep. We're getting real deep into the cause of this dog's homophobia. Alright, cool. So all this has been fixed. Let's go turn on the big iron generator. D&D finished. Nice, nice. We do love some D&D. Thank you for coming to hang out during D&D. That's honestly Chad behavior. Alright, we get up here, and we're going to turn on the big iron. I have obligations here. This is true. You do technically kind of have obligations here. I'm not, like, gonna dock your pay that you don't really get if you don't show up. So, like, the obligations are entirely of your own creation. Alright, here we go. So the big line, pretty much done. We got big production starting now. So that overflow problem we were having earlier should start being mitigated just from the fact that I've got truckloads of iron and I've split it into both just specific iron production for plates. We're good on plates for both gold and iron. We're still working on steel plates because I've been depositing rods like a fucking fool. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I need to turn this into a plate maker, don't I? I'm paid by time present versus stream hours at the agreed percentage. No, you're just paid at the agreed percentage. I never said it was for stream time. But if you don't show up, I'm not going to pay. And if you don't show up at all, I'm not going to pay for that month. Doggos likes to sit in the walkway and growl at me when I try and cross, then everyone blames me for not stepping over him, even though I'm not long enough to go over a whole Roddy. Oh, it's a Roddy? Oh, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. For Roddies, that's family, and family can do no wrong. Because Roddies are just like that. Once a Roddy pack bonds, it's done. The pack is the pack. There's no getting out of it. power pumping out the big iron. We might overwhelm this little furnace, though. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Oh. Okay. So I have this set up incorrectly, that's why. Da 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 da. The double ingot casting mode would be nice, but we're not doing that right now. It's set up for that, and we're going to do that mostly. So the game dev said he's open to adding multiplayer, but it will be difficult to level of physics in game. I love that. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like, also, I don't know the dev's level of experience, so I was like, if that never happens, I can understand it. Like, multiplayer is a whole fucking thing. There's networking technologies you have to learn to be able to do it properly. I can understand not knowing how to do that. Because I don't know how to do game dev, period. So, I get it. Get it totally. Me too, I just said dog didn't hate me for being gay. I mean, yeah. Have you ever tried not being gay? Perhaps that would help. Real gay for the king of homophobia. You ever consider that? Did you ever think about that? Stream lag? Oh, is there stream lag? Let me check the bitrate. Oh, the bitrate is pretty garbo. That's probably what's happening there. Yeah, it do be like that. I don't think there's anything else we can really do about that. Yep, even I'm getting the stream lag to my own stream, so I get it. It's also pretty loud right now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Figure out why stream was buffering for me. Yeah, I think I had like a network hiccup. I honestly think the network has decided to have some hiccups. No, it's not just you. It apparently is also alright. I'm going to assume that anybody else that's currently tuned is having the same problem. My internet does this on occasion, especially during high volume hours. Have you considered not lagging on stream? I have considered it. I have decided against it. I have decided that instead you must suffer. Alright. It is now... Oh. Have I fully lost connection? No? Am I still live? Alright, I'm back. Is everyone still here? Can everyone hear me? Oh no, it's a new stream. Oh, Oh. Everybody here? Can everyone see me? Ow. Well, that works. All right. Right, so that's actually a good point to do this. So we're going to go to the just chatting screen, and I'm going to move to the correct side of the screen. Look, big index. Big index. All right. Yeah, big index. Ow. That was rude. That was just plain rude. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to probably end up calling that there. Just because it is currently 10:15-ish, which is, pretty late at night, and I do have work pretty early in the morning. So we are just going to transition now to just chatting. Actually, let's see how many people we have here, because it might be, yeah, we got enough people. So we're going to do a raid. Let me grab somebody. Who am I following that is currently live? Let's see. I want somebody with only a couple viewers. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Darkblade is live and streaming. Let's go raid Dark. All right, everybody. Darkblade is currently playing. It looks like... What game is this? I actually don't know this game. Oh, it's My Hero Ultra Rumble. So, everybody be really nice to Darkblade. They popped into chat earlier. They're pretty cool. Everybody get ready to raid. And... All right. It was great hanging out with you, chilling in some MineMogulin. Y'all have a good night. Bye.